So I was checking up my last video, and I noticed that the video had like 7 mid-rolls or something, maybe 6, but it had a lot of mid-rolls, and I was like, what the fuck, YouTube? So I decided to remove the mid-rolls from that video, and from here on out there won't be any mid-rolls on my videos. If you use adblock you won't notice, but for all of you who don't use adblock or watch this on your phone, no more mid-rolls in my videos. Okay? Ruff, ruff, ruff. Hey guys, it's your Bo the Doggo, and welcome back to Winds of Change, episode 15. We're still on the boat, on our way to Alarinthia, and we had the last episode we had the heart-to-heart with all the characters, and we got to learn more about, especially Damek and Pro. They had some really touching moments there, but yeah, no more about that. Let's see what's going on now after the heart-to-heart. Let's go. Yeah, we talked to everyone, so we're going to the next thing then. Now we're gonna retire in our quarters until we arrive at Alarinthia. I make my way down to the crew area of the ship. My bed isn't too hard to find, and at least I have privacy. I find myself remembering what Gris told me about the blade. It bends to the will of the wielder. That much was true. I've already been able to use it to accomplish so much already, but what are these true limits of its power? Or did I even want to know? I rest the blade on my bed and sit beside it, cross-legged. Closing my eyes, I start to focus and clear my mind. This is probably a good time to test my limits. Blade of Exodus. Show me our victory. I reach forward and gently touch the blade. My eyes are shut tight, and my resolve is clear. Yet, try and wish as I might, nothing happens at all. Did the blade have nothing to show me? Or maybe was I scared of seeing the future? It could be worse. Was there no victory in sight? I pull back and open my eyes. It didn't work. I scoff and rest the blade on my bedside, concerned. I drift off to sleep, with an anxiety that wasn't there before. Oh, oops. Ooh, scary. Why wouldn't it show me? Oh no. Is the future that unclear? When I wake up, I see the sun pierce through the windows. With everything I was told, that means we're in Alarinthia. Ooh, we're finally there! I grab the blade and immediately get out of bed. Running around the ship, I see nobody in sight. Did they leave without me? That's odd. Or maybe they just slept in. What if there are pirates and then I realize that we are the pirates? After everything that happened, I guess I'm thankful. I search for a map of Alarinthia and inspect it closely. If they left, then I should be able to meet them at the docks. Ooh, the music's like oriental. Okay, the docks. Oh, there we are. I was looking up here. So we are down here. I didn't realize that until now, but all the maps have been from down right up to the left, from Valley North and to the left outside Valley North, and then Mazeo, and not here. Except for the HQ, that was from left to up right. Anyway, docks. When we exit the ship, I notice everybody standing around outside. Ulrich stands strong and tall, but all of my other comrades look defeated. Fanning themselves, it's clear that the heat is the source of this exhaustion.
Oh, geez, this is almost unbearable. Ulrich, how do people even live in this heat? It's only been 10 minutes and I already feel like death.
You get used to it, trust me. Besides, a lot of the natives are draconic. Their bodies don't handle the mainland too well.
Oh, I think I read about that. Hopefully they can adapt just as fast as we can. We'll be marching into Balteus together, after all.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just make sure to have a drink on you at all times. In these deserts, dehydration is your greatest enemy.
Right.
So they are draconian, so they are reptiles, and they are cold-blooded, and that's why they like the heat. They part ways and go about their business. Ulrich goes towards Pro, and they start talking in private. Valessa ends up with Fortem, so I need to find my own company. Damek and Howl stands together, so I slowly walk towards them. Hopefully some of this tension has settled after the long voyage. It would be detrimental to have 2 senior staff constantly at arms.
Hello, Monarch.
Hey.
What was that? Hello, Monarch.
I was just about to ask Howl about Alarinthia. Surely it looks much different than it did back then. Legends dictate that it was once lush and full of green.
Legends that lie.
Wait, really? But that can't be true. The destruction of the idol turned it into this desert. Without spiritual energy to nurture the land. Oh, wait.
Precisely. Alarinthia has always looked this way. This legend you speak of is simply a poorly conjured tale. We often create stories to understand what we cannot grasp.
Wait, does that mean that Valinor would be fine with that idol?
Correct. In our prison, we had no power. There is no logic behind these assumptions of yours. At least, no logic now that you know the truth of our kind.
I see. Interesting. Then Fortem was right after all.
Well, isn't that wonderful news? At least it narrows our focus a little bit more. I could tell that was a source of stress, Monarch.
Yeah. Definitely. Not for me, but for the character, I guess. That's an understatement. This is amazing news. Oh, Howl, I could hug you so hard right now. I can't wait to tell this to Valessa and Fortem. It's hard to celebrate knowing that the monarchy suffered. Let's go. I'm actually going to go with this last one. We haven't ever done like any sad things, so let's do with this one here. It's hard to celebrate knowing that the monarchy suffered.
Thank you for your sympathy, Monarch, but it is not needed. Please focus only on the present. Do not cloud your mind. If you do, then the same fate may befall your kind as well.
Okay. He crosses his arms and looks around the docks. I can tell he's wondering why we're still standing around. After all, we were on a tight schedule with the ball and all.
Normally there'd be a lengthy immigration process, but due to the ball, this nation is open to everybody. It's a long trek, but we can head straight into the city.
What do we do once we get there?
Look for Vivian, I presume. If we can't find her in time, then we'll head to the ball. But meeting her before then would be a huge advantage.
We agree with this course of action, Monarch. However, our knowledge of Alarinthia is not very deep. We'd suggest working closely with Ulrich in this endeavor.
I nod, agreeing with what the both had to say. As if that was to dismiss me, they both turn away. I guess it's nice to see that they're getting along at least. Ulrich and Pro seems to be down with the conversation as well. Making my way over to Ulrich, I notice something odd. Out of the corner of my eye, someone is staring at me. Hello? I make eye contact with them, and they quickly run away. And that was concerning, so being by Ulrich is probably a good idea right now. As they approach him, he smiles at me. Odd. I thought it would be miserable.
Hey there, Monarch. Welcome to my homeland. Forecast calls for excruciating heat and a chance of death. Just a chance, though. Let's hope it stays that way, right?
I nod. I guess he's using some humor to cope.
Let me guess. You have a lot of questions. I'll try my best to answer, but make it quick. We're on a strict timer here. We can't fail.
Okay, he motions towards the vast desert before us. Honestly, it seems to go on forever. It's crazy.
The ball starts in around 8 hours. Dinner time. If we don't move fast, we won't be able to make it. You know what's at stake, Monarch. Let's get going.
Let's go. I nod. I guess he does have authority here. After all, none of us know anything about this place. If we're following his lead, I better do what he says. Of course, I do have a few questions about this place. If I stop to ask him before we leave, I better do it fast. Missing that ball could be catastrophic to our cause. Oh, so I can talk to him and I can talk... Okay, and Sylvia has some stuff. Okay, let's start talking to Ulrich then.
Hey.
Hey. Oh geez, there's a lot of things. And does everything here have like 5 sub-questions as well? What can you tell me about this ball?
Well, it's definitely not something Draku came up with. Rulers of Alarinthia have been doing it for ages, actually. It's supposed to make your subjects less inclined to rebel. It's not really working if Vivian exists, but at the end of the day, it's still a nice party. As much food and drink as you could ever want. Don't worry, Monarch, I won't go overboard. I do like to drink, but not while I'm on a mission of any sort. I'll be tempted, of course, though I'm sure you can keep me in line. After the feast, there's a large ball, but it all starts with a speech. Basically, Draku will be bragging about his power and influence. If he shows off how strong he is, he's less inclined to be challenged. Though if there is a challenge, they hold a tournament the next day. It rarely happens unless it's a drunken partygoer trying to play a joke. Everyone wakes up, hungover, and goes about their simple lives.
Okay. What can you tell me about Draco then?
Honestly, I don't know too much about him. I've been out of the loop on Alarinthian politics for a while. But to hold the throne of this nation, you need to be fierce. So, if you think I'm strong, then you know nothing. He'll make me look like a whelp in comparison. And from what I've heard, he's pretty smart too. Most rulers, from what I've seen, simply bathe in their own riches. To hold a ball and share it with your nation? That's pretty genius. It destroys any motivation to remove him from the throne. That's why Alarinthia hasn't had a tournament in a long time. The people are either happy or certain that they lose in combat. I'm betting on the latter, which makes Draco even more intimidating. Do not underestimate him, Monarch. If the natives can't dethrone him, what chance do we stand? Vivian might dream of a changed nation, but it'll stay that. Just a dream.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but... Of course, a changed nation would be nice, but we're not here to change the nation. We are here to save Valinor from the Triumvirate. So I guess I will probably go with Draco, but we'll see. We'll see probably in the next episode. But now tell me, what are some places to note in Alarinthia?
The town square is a nice place, but it's just like Museo. A large market with people all peddling their homemade wares. You won't find anything you need, but you'll find everything you want. After that, I'd say to pay the Colosseum a visit. It's not just a venue used to battle for Alarinthia's throne. They have large battles every day, and you can place bets. Of course, my personal pick would be the tavern. Alarinthia has a lot of unique drinks, so I'll make sure to stop there. If I get my fill, maybe I'll be lucky enough to forget this entire voyage.
How does it feel to be back here after all this time?
It doesn't feel any different than I thought, if that's what you mean. Stepping foot on this soil didn't change my mind. It only solidified my hate. Let's do everything we can to get out of here as fast as possible, Monarch. Please.
Is there anything else you want to do now that you're back? Is there anything else you want to do now that you're back? Is there anything else you want to do now that you're back? Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to do now that you're back?
No, I just want to get the job done and get back home. If you think you can change my outlook on this place, you're wrong. I think this conversation is over, Monarch. We have a long journey ahead.
Okay. Okay. Let's listen to their bantering here.
I need to thank you again, Pommy. Your support means a lot to me, it truly does. Some of the rebels have started to side with Howl.
A pretty dumb decision if you ask me. I know what they're thinking, that you're responsible, but that's impossible. Nobody could have seen what was coming.
That sounds like the same voice actor as the pro.
Yeah, we were played. Caught off guard. I know it won't happen again though, things are different. It's almost like our belief in the spirit realm was holding us back. Do you think the people will even believe us though? I mean, do you even believe the truth we've been told?
I don't really have a choice, Domek. Your speech gave us proof. It was undeniable. I'd advise doing the same thing to every other Alestian. Even if it takes years, you can do it. I'll even help you if you need assistance. Nobody said that things would be easy after the war.
You're right, and thanks for that offer. I'm pretty sure I'll take you up on it, since this is a tall order. But I know that almost anything is possible if we all band together.
Where did Domek's name go?
Of course. So for now, we need to fix the discord in our ranks. I'll talk with the rebels that are siding with Hal. They need to stop. There are no sides in this. We all fight for the same cause. And if they put their differences aside, well, Domek, we'll win this thing for sure.
Cool. Now what else? Maybe we can look around before we check out with Sophie. Let's look at the stuff here.
So what are these boxes for?
I'm not sure. Probably food and supplies. It's a long trek to Alarinthia. You need sustenance.
Oh, then where's our sustenance?
I think we went through most of it on the voyage.
Oh no! Are we gonna be in trouble?
Probably.
What? Oh, wait. You're joking, aren't you?
Probably.
Oh, he's such a douche. Okay. Palm trees.
Whoa, I've never seen this kind of tree before. It looks really cool. What is it, Ulrich?
It's a pain. They're too thin and weak to be useful. All they can do is provide shade, but even that's weak. Hiding from the heat in this place is pretty much impossible.
So you can't climb them then either?
No, I wouldn't advise that. They'd break and you'd fall to the ground. I don't want to play doctor, so just stay away.
Right. Thanks, Ulrich.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing at all.
I just told you to stay away from those things. Come on, Fortim. You're smarter than that.
So what's going on over here?
Is that Alarinthia? It's huge.
No, it's not. That's just immigration.
Immigration.
Yeah, if you're an outsider, you need to register. That is, of course, except during Dracu's annual ball.
So we can just waltz right into the castle.
Yeah,
Isn't that a little dangerous?
for us and the outsiders, yeah. Remember where we are, Valessa. Dracu could kill anybody in the blink of an eye. Letting in people from the mainland is no threat at all. Any threat to Alarinthian soil comes from Alarinthia itself. Of course, that brings about its own host of problems.
Wow, you sure know a lot about this stuff.
Unfortunately.
No. The boat?
They sure gave us a good ship. I have to say, that alliance was a great idea.
This is an impressive vessel.
Of course, it's amazing.
That is underwhelming. The monarchy had much bigger vessels. We simply assumed the pirates held back.
Oh,
Of course, we do not wish to condescend. We only wish to inform you of this world's past. Surely that is something that interests you.
oh, well, when you put it that way, sure. Sorry, I thought you were rubbing it in my face.
Only partly.
Okay, I think we're done here, so let's listen to Sovi then, or see what Sovi's up to. Oh, he's back in Baltius? Haley, Sovi and Shane had finally arrived back in Baltius. Making their way back to the castle, Sovi trembled with anxiety. He didn't know how the triumvirate would react to any of this.
Halen, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, Master.
They stopped in the tracks, Shane included. He knew enough not to intrude on their secret talks. He stood to the side, even though he now was one of them.
Back in Museo, I was confident, but not anymore. I'm starting to worry that the triumvirate will chastise me. What should I expect? And how should I react if they do?
You act as if you haven't failed them before.
Hmm?
Remember when I first became your apprentice? They thought you weren't teaching me good enough. You almost went insane when they gave you time off.
Oh?
You would too, Halen. Trust me, it's boring. But that's nothing in comparison to what happened. We don't have the blade, and almost everybody escaped.
Through no fault of our own, remember? I have your back in this. I won't tell them the truth. However, I need to ask for one thing in exchange.
Of course.
Work on your personal issues, Master. I don't care what they are. Just get them sorted out.
But I want to read the last thing. Remember, I'm likely to get chastised just as much as you.
But we'll save the bad news for last. We dealt a major blow to the rebellion, Sovi. With the loss of their leader, they'll be in disarray. If the triumvirate doesn't like that, then it's their problem. Like you said, this isn't the last time we'll face them in battle. Whether it takes us days or months to win, it shouldn't matter. After all, we'll still win. With that said, are we clear?
In this moment, it seemed like Haley was the one giving the orders. However, Sovi had no choice but to obey. He couldn't risk being exposed.
We're clear. Let's continue walking. I'll think of what to tell them as we move along.
They break their huddle and continue walking towards the HQ. Shane steps closer, striding in unison with Sophie as they do so.
So, what was all that about? You said I was one of you now, right? When will you start treating me that way?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. We were just talking about what we should tell our masters. While we did damage the rebellion, we failed in our objective.
You mean that blade?
Yes, and the seer.
Look, Sophie, you kinda saved my life. For that reason alone, you have my support. Whatever you want me to do, just let me know.
Sophie smiles, having the support of his comrades. Any fears he had of being punished were quickly put to rest.
Thank you, Shane. It means a lot. I can tell we're going to get along just fine.
Ooh, scary. Yeah. Where are we going now? Oh, yeah, the map. We're gonna use the map. And we're going to the desert, yeah. We can't go to the oasis yet, so we're going to the desert. Oh, I can see the city over there. We take slow, heavy steps through the desert of Alarinthia. Heat assaults us, and the humidity is thick, like sheets in the air. Ulrich seems unfazed, but everyone else seems to handle it pretty badly.
I can't believe that people actually live here. How much farther is it, Ulrich? This is crazy.
I'd say around 6 to 8 hours. There's an oasis halfway there, we can stop. I have a feeling you've already exhausted your canteen.
It was too hard to resist. So, there's an oasis in a few hours? That'll be a good place to rest and relax.
We can't waste that kind of time, Dominic. There's enough time to fill up on water. That's it. If we take too long, we'll miss both Vivian and the ball.
Oh no.
Right, of course.
Dominic pants, sweat trailing through his fur. I wonder if we will make a choice before we get to the ball that will have the consequence of maybe if we do the wrong choice or whatever. If we do one way, we won't have time to get to the ball in time or something. I don't know, maybe. I don't think, but it would be cool if there was something like that. He's not alone though. Almost everybody acts the same. Hopefully things would cool down once the sun started to set. I moved towards Ulrich as we walked through the desert. He was our guide, so I shouldn't let him out of my sight. I can see the city in the distance, but no oasis at all.
Back in the day, they used these deserts as punishment. Criminals were sent out here and they had to prove their worth. If they were strong enough to survive, then they'd be taken back in. Most of the time, the criminals would just succumb to the heat. They'd be unable to move, then they'd pass out. Death would come soon after. They called these people Sixers, since they usually passed out within 6 hours.
I'm not sure why he's telling this to me. If he wants to pep me up, he's sure failing. We'd be out here for more than 6 hours.
In addition to that, their bodies lasted 6 days. Don't worry though, we'll be fine. We have water. That isn't the courtesy they wanted to give to criminals.
Well, at least that makes me feel better.
You're probably wondering why I'm telling you this story. Don't worry, I have a reason. Aside from passing time, I mean.
He smiles and holds out his arm. Rotating it tightly, he shows off his tattoos.
If the Sixers survived, they gave them special markings. They were pardoned and to be respected for their power. A bit of a secret, you know? Just keep it between us, alright?
Ah, you're a Sixer? Wait, so Ulrich is an Alarinthian criminal? Or at least he was. Seems he appears to have been pardoned. I'm glad that he was comfortable enough to tell me this kind of stuff. Does that mean that Hal is a Sixer as well?
Besides, they look pretty good, don't they?
Yeah, they look great. I just wanna lick them. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some of my own, actually. Definitely, they make you look more attractive. You were a criminal? I thought I knew you. Urge to break Alarinthia law rising. Yeah. I could go either way, to be honest. Yeah, let's do a little funny thing. Urge to break Alarinthian law is rising.
I'd say good luck, but they don't do Sixers anymore.
Oh,
They stopped that method of punishment ages ago. You might need to find a copycat on the black market.
like say 500 years ago.
Anyway, I guess that's enough story time for now. The more you know about Alarinthia, the better. That, and it makes the walk go by way faster. If you'll excuse me, I have some business to take care of. We'll have plenty of time to talk later, Monarch, trust me. If you find that you're needing anything, just wave me down.
I nod, before looking back at the rest of my comrades. They look so drained and fatigued. We need that oasis, and fast. Oh, talk to Fortem, yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Fortem. What do you think about Alarinthia so far?
from what I've experienced so far, it's awful. I'm holding out on hope that it's colder in the city, but I know that won't be true. I bet it'll be even worse. If I lived here, I'd definitely be nocturnal. I mean, it must get colder at nighttime, right? I just sleep the day away. And that's a fact. So I guess not much would change, to be honest. Though I haven't been able to get much sleep lately. Anyway, yeah, it's basically the worst place in the world.
Do you think we'll be able to secure an alliance?
I sure hope so. Otherwise, this would be a waste. I mean, coming here and then leaving empty-handed, that'd mean we put ourselves through all of this for nothing. That's not my style, you know? I don't care if we have to fight in a tournament even. We're not coming all the way here only to accomplish nothing.
Who would you side with? Vivian or Draco?
Whoa, putting me on the spot, huh?
You're the
I guess
elder.
I'd probably side with Vivian. Ulrich hates this place, and I can see why. Politics would only make this a million times worse. So I think Alarinthia would be better off like the mainland. It's different, yes, but in my opinion, it's a bad different. Like, Mazeo was different, but it was good. The constant battle to see who is stronger? Yikes. Sounds like that would get pretty toxic, and fast.
So, do you prefer Holo or Domek?
That's a tough choice, but I'd have to say Domek. It's not fair that Howl tried to pin all of this on him. Nothing that happened at the Rebel HQ was his fault.
Agreed.
But that doesn't mean I hate Howl. Far from it. He seems so wise, and we could learn a lot from him. An entire ancient culture inside of him? Just think about it. There's so much we don't know about the monarchy. He could help us fill dozens and dozens of history books. I hope he survives this. He has lots of info to pass on to us.
So, on the side of that oasis?
No, and I'm slowly melting. I went through all my water within the first hours. My fault, I know. I'll make sure to ration it better next time. If there is a next time, of course.
I was gonna
I'm
say.
starting to think that this oasis was a lie. I see mirages, sure, but no real water. If you see it, make sure to tell me right away. I might even go for a swim if I have the time. You should join me. It'd be pretty awesome.
No. And let's listen to Ulrich and Pro.
Hey, Pro, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course. What's up?
I can't say in front of everybody else. I need to talk to you alone, in secret.
Oh, is it about that?
Pro, not in front of anybody else. Follow me over here and talk quietly.
Right. Sorry. Well then, what's up?
So, is this like the banter's like when we go back and watch the other, like we did with Sovi, that it's not my character that's seeing it or hearing it, but it's we as a player just have to see what's going on over here that the characters are not aware of. So, I mean, yeah, I guess. Okay, well, I guess not then. Okay, then it is what the character is hearing. I guess that's Alarinthia way out there. This is going to be a long journey. Hopefully the oasis helps all of us out. These cliffs must act as landmarks. Without those, it would be easy to get lost. Getting lost in this desert could easily be deadly. Anything else? Sand, and more sand. Wait, what's that? Right, sand. Cool story, bruh. So how about we end the episode there, guys? I guess we're almost halfway to Alarinthia now. From the docks, we're about to get to the oasis, and then we will see what happens. hopefully this video is shorter and have come out enough so that I can get another one more out this week, but we'll see. Maybe I won't. So much to do. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Patreon if you want to support me, Discord if you wanna hang out and chat. That should be all. So yeah, take care guys, and remember that you are loved and appreciated, and you should be proud of who you are, because I want to see you in the next episode. Bye! Where did the pause go now? Jeez.